Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. As you could tell from the thumbnail and this thing beside me, we're going to be doing the Adventures in Eldia plan for Q2. So, first of all, I am still feeling a little bit sick, so I sound a little bit weird. I'm sorry. Thank you for your patience and understanding with that. Now, I am going to be doing steps 4, 5, and 6 today on the thing. And that's only because I don't really think it matters that much in the whole scheme of things if I wait and read it the month before, because this is available, this document is available for anybody to go and read. So if for some reason you don't want to know what's coming up for steps 4, 5, and 6 for April, May, and June, then don't listen to this video, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't know what else how to protect you from that. So just don't watch this one, but go ahead and subscribe so that you can not miss any of the future ones. Okay. So here are my girls on our book quest. Let me zoom in and show you what we are working with right now. So they're both, this is Adrian, and she is on 3D. I mean, I thought it was 3D, but I needed to make sure. She's on 3D. She's going to 4D. So right here, it tells me 4D. She's going to wait for morning. You cannot see where you're stepping here. It's best to wait for the morning light. Read this book entirely in the AM hours. Wow. I have never done anything like that for one of these. So it kind of doesn't matter what I pick, right? Is that what I'm understanding? That I just have to read that book in the morning. Okay. So we're going to wait. I'm going to keep thinking about it. And what I think I'll do over here where I'm tracking is I think I'll do both of the April books, then both the May books and both the June books. That'll just help me keep up with it better. So I'm just going to make this very first one a little bit more transparent because it's kind of like my choice and up to me what I read. So we're going to hold off on that for just a second and let's go see for Emmeline. She is at 3A and she is going up to 4A. So I guess I can move Adrian to 4D and Emmeline to 4A because that's technically where they are. And that's where they're going to stay till April. Then I'll move them again. But anyway, let me go see 4A. 4A, cross the river. The bridge is broken. You'll need your magic to cross the river. Maybe a walk on water charm on your boots or some fancy water bending techniques to push it out of the way. The word river has to be in the title. Wow. Okay. So one book I can only read in the morning and one book has to have river in the title. So my first plan is coming back here to look at one of these that has river in the title. I have flood, but I don't have river. Okay. So none of these books that I want to get on my list can work, but I will pick one of these to be my AM book. And I think I'm going to pick Barracoon. And the reason is that I got a physical copy of it and I have it on audio. And so I can read it in the mornings, listening and reading along in the mornings. And that should only take me a couple of days because it's a pretty short read. Okay. So that's in there. Now I've got to go to Goodreads. I'm going to go to my earliest books that I put on my thing and I'm going to try to find, want to read. I'm going to look for something that says river. Oh, I forgot I can search. Okay. River in the title. Oh, Rebellious River. I've already read it. Okay, let me go down here. I've read Rivers of London. Wow. Oh, River Solomon. Okay. A River of Royal Blood. That popped up. River of Thieves. Those are both book one in a new series. A River Enchanted is also book one in a series. Okay. So I'm going to look at these. Okay. I don't know why YA fantasy is on my list still because it's one of the things that I like to read the least amount. Okay. River of Thieves. I'm sorry, but they're thieves and they make plans to execute the heist of a lifetime. I love heist books. It's an indie book. What I don't love is that it only has a 3.4 rating. A River Enchanted has such a higher rating. However, it is like another romantasy that I don't usually love. Okay, but it is a little mystery. Jack has to go back home because girls are disappearing from the Isle of Cadence, where he hasn't been in a long time. So he's summoned home to help find them. Okay, so River of Thieves is in Kindle Unlimited. So I think I'm going to do it. There's only 2 books in the series in case I do like it. It has a slightly higher rating on Amazon than it does over on Goodreads, and it even has an audio version. So I think that's what I'm going to go with, River of Thieves. I think the cover looks very cool. I wanted to come check my 50 before 50 first. I'm sure I don't have anything that's called River that has a river in the title, right? Okay, no. None of my 50 before 50 books work, so River of Thieves is what's going on here. So those are our April books. That's also when we're gonna be back in school for the Aurelium Academy. That's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, so now where we go, let me get up here. Adrian has no choice. She goes straight to 5D from 4D no matter what. Emmeline does have a choice. She's either going to go what looks like through a maze to 5A, or she's going to search for a rare sun dancer and go to 5D, and they'll be at 5D together. So I'm going to go ahead and look from 4D to 5D for Adrian. All right, right here, 4D to 5D, a sun dancer. Can it be? You spot a dancing troupe of sun dancers. This is so incredibly rare, you cannot quite believe you're witnessing it. You cautiously approach, but keep your distance so not to disturb. Read a book where a main character is a dancer or dance is an important part of the book. Okay. So I know that I don't have any of these that fit that. I don't know a single character in any of my books that is a dancer or who, unless something having to do with Flavia or it could be one of the Lexi Blake books. So let me see if anybody in these books is a dancer, and then I'll know that we just need to go looking elsewhere. I'm also going to flip a coin, and if it's heads, we're going to A. If it's tails, we're going to D. So here we go. Oh my gosh, they're going to the same thing. That means I have to have 2 books about dancers. Okay, if she's going from 4A to 5D, it says, on your left, you see a maze. It's mysterious and inviting, but to your right is a possible sighting of a sun dancer, a creature that only emerges once a year and only in this area. It's on your bucket list and you cannot resist, so you leave the maze behind. A book where the main character is a dancer or dance is an important part of the book. Okay, so we have now joined each other over here. So I'm actually going to leave them where they are, but then I'm going to make like a small copy of each of them and put them like where they're going. So she's going to go to 5D and then she's going to go to 6D because there's no other choice when you're over here. And so Emmeline is going to do the same thing. She's going to go to 5D and then she's going to go to 6D as well. So that way I won't have to keep up with where they're going where they're going. So, I mean, I immediately just want to search for romance books involving dancers, best dancers in romance books. I mean, oh, the cheat sheet. I've been wanting to read that. I didn't know she was a dancer. Okay, this one is called Take the Lead, but the name of the series is Dance Off. So I might be able to read 2 books in this series and they're all about dance. It's her 5th season on Dance Off, a top-rated network TV celebrity dance competition. Oh my gosh. Oh, here's some other copies. I mean, whatever these are called, covers. I like these better than this, actually. It's cuter. I also don't know that I love this. Like, I don't know that the series, the premise of the book doesn't sound great for me. But it is all about dancing, both of them. Okay, I'm going to keep looking. The cheat sheet is on my list. I don't know why it doesn't say want to read. It should. Okay, this is a series called For Love, and there's books 1 and 2 are on here. Okay, so I'm going to keep the cheat sheet here because that is at least one I can read. But then this is part of a series, and it just says contemporary romance, 200 pages. She wants to become a full-time professional dancer. Unfortunately, that's her falling in love with her dance instructor. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, freestyle, Academy of Stardom. Freestyle is a gritty contemporary reverse harem academy trilogy for 17 plus readers and deals with adult themes and some subjects you may find upsetting. If you love dance, okay. Your men on the criminal side, I mean, okay. Alpha hot holes, no. And enemies to lovers trope, no. This is for you. No, it's not. So, what am I gonna do? The cheat sheet cannot be the only one. Okay, I'm hopelessly in love with my best friend. Okay, so there's a couple things about the cheat sheet. I just read it. Number one, it's fake dating. Number two, I'm a little concerned that we don't get his point of view, that it's just hers. Although under characters, he is listed on the characters. But I'm a little concerned because I do not like romances that are just one POV. However, wow, some of these reviews are not great. Like, there's a lot of one-star reviews for this book, but it has a 3.7 overall rating. Ugh, why is this so hard for me to do? You know what? It doesn't have to be a romance. Okay, fiction books about dancing. Okay, here's what I'm doing after reading and thinking and doing a bunch of stuff. Instructions for dancing has been on my TBR for a while, as well as the cheat sheet. So that's what I'm reading. I'm done sitting here overthinking the whole entire situation. All right. So instructions for dancing and the cheat sheet are my May books for the girls. And now we are going to 6D for the next one, both of them. So I have to read two of these. Here we are. Sketch the Sundancer. You stay hidden, observing and sketching the sequences of the Sundancer. This will be invaluable to your professors back in Aurelium, and you find yourself unnaturally relaxed. The moves may have hypnotic properties. Uh-oh. Read a book featuring a fantasy creature. Okay, great. Let's go back and check this out. What do I have that features a fantasy creature? Okay, so I'm using Saga for one of these because there's definitely fantasy creatures in these books. And then, because that's a graphic novel, I'm going to go find a book. There's not one really on my 50 before 50 unless, I mean, I'm sure that I could think of like a creature in one of these, but I think what I'm going to do actually is put this on. Bull Moon Rising has a minotaur on the cover, and I'm assuming that it has a minotaur inside the book. At least I think it does. So, I mean, surely he's in the book. So that's what I'm going to put on there. Bull Moon Rising. Okay, here we go. Let me get it bigger and scoot over a little. There we go. Whoops. There we go. They are the two books for April, the two books for May, and the two books for June for my Aeldia girls. And we're going to be back anyway in April as soon as that video drops by G, where she lists all the classes that we have to take for the month of April. Then I will definitely be back to make a video about that. And hopefully the two books for April right here, I will be able to put on that TBR. But that is everything for this. Let me update. That makes 18 numbers down here. We have 18 of our 28 books on this one. We have all 36 on this one. So as you can tell, we have two things left, owned books and 50 before 50, the last game. And then we have the Q2 TBR set. There are a couple of readathons and things that I'm going to be participating in during Q2, and we'll talk about all that as we get to the month that it's happening. But until then, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to be doing a lot of planning for them coming up. But April is going to be Aurelium Academy spring equinox semester, and so that will be happening then, and I will tell you about the others as we get close to them. But our adventures in Aeldia are coming right along. I have finished everything for March already. I'm almost done with the last March book. Everything else is finished, and I'm ready to move on to April. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're doing Aeldia or if you're just doing Aurelium, or if you're not doing either one of them, that's totally fine too. But I'm looking forward to us going back to school in April. I will see you in the next video. Bye.